gallery for what figures to be a consequential and entertaining game.
Thank you for the introduction, Marsh, and I'm excited for this one. We may be here at the shooting gallery, but don't get it twisted. Beast of the East probably not sinking a whole lot of three-point shots this game. They are not one of the better three-point shooting teams we have here in SW Prep this year. So we'll see how this game turns out.
It's a big game for Beast of the East. They sit at 3-2 in need of a monumental win. They have played some high-level talent. Originators, they started off the season with a loss. They've played some low-level talent. Currently coming into this one, their 3 wins, or excuse me, the 3 losses, as 3-3, are coming against teams with a combined 10-11 record as Levin Cutler gets rolling. And that's a player we could start with right there, Sam. A guy that many people are hoping to see get rolling. 19 minutes per game, 12.6 rebounds. Has his early season been strugglesome from you, or is this about what you expected from Cutler?
I do see it as a little bit of a disappointment so far. I mean, these guys lost a player like Fareed Redmond, who they had last year. Great pull-up there on the mid-range jumper. You know, they had Fareed Redmond last year. He probably opened up the inside a lot for a guy like Levin Cutler, and so maybe that's affected his game a little bit. But he has played slightly inefficient here, not really putting up too many numbers, so let's see if he can hopefully turn it around. Maybe this game can get him started.
To the rack goes Leonidas Wright. He gets 2 to go, and the other big question mark that surrounds this Beast of the East team is that forward rotation. Tyree Moy. I know that Kyrie Brown isn't necessarily the same size, but a 6'4" at the forward. Leonidas Wright and Isaiah James, all of them listed as forwards on this roster. Big question mark, Tyree Moy comes off the bench for this team. He is their 3rd leading scorer, 10 points in 18 minutes. A bucket there again from Barkley James. Is that a guy that you would expect to see inserted into the starting lineup?
Tyree Moy, absolutely see him getting implemented into the starting lineup. Crazy finish there from Leonidas Wright on the drive. Tyree Moy shooting 52% so far. Like you said, Kyrie Brown, Isaiah James, these guys have not played good, efficient ball so far this year. So I do expect Tyree Moy to get implemented here soon.
Nari James unable to get that one, though. The offensive board, and it's right back up. Heartland Zombie Stars, we can shift over to them. They've been really impressive this season. A completely new regime under new head coach Brian Loveless. They bring in Benari James. He's been about what many people expected in terms of scoring figures. There's another bucket here for Beast of the East. 18.7 points, but he's doing it on just 41% from the floor. But still, a reworked offense, one of the better teams in the league on both sides of the floor. Is this a sustainable start here for Heartland Zombie Stars?
Well, hey, I mean, these guys are coming into this thing 5-1 so far, and like you said, these guys at last season were near the bottom of SimWorld Hoops, and then this year in SW Prep, these guys are starting out the season 5-1. They're hot. They got some new guys on board who are helping spark some energy. So if they can just keep this rolling, man, Heartland Zombie Stars, you know, keep the efficiency up, they'll be good.
Poncho Hardwick III, his 2nd bucket, nearing his season averages, 7.3 points, nearly 10 rebounds per game for the Chicago native. Here is Isaiah James. Flips it over, Leonidas Wright. He's been hot, can't get that to go. Late shot clock. Heartland will push. Here's A.J. Blaylock, one of the nice pieces on the rotation for Heartland Zombie Stars. Good facilitator, 1.7 assists per game. That one went far.
Hey, and there's a reason they call him Blaylock. He is a great perimeter defender, leading the leading Beast of the East in steals. Or is that Heartland Zombie Stars? Sorry.
No, we knew what you were talking about. We figured
Okay.
we could come together with that one. Here's Levin Cutler in the high post. 2 seconds to shoot. He'll have to fade away. Can't get that to fall. Rebound. Barkley James, and we flip the opposite direction. There's Hardwick. He's been aggressive here early on, attacking JoJo Kearney. Draws the foul. He'll head to the line. 11-10 early on. a aggressive Honcho Hardwick, 4 points already, a chance to add to that total. And if Hardwick gets rolling for Heartland, and we've already seen a good start from Barkley James, this offense could really start ramping its way up. It's one of those that has the propensity to do some dangerous things, especially on the glass, leading the league in both total rebounds and offensive boards.
He might not have too much of a chance to get rolling this game. He might be at the line now, but he took it hard at JoJo Kearney there, and he has not been any different this year. 2.4 blocks a game right now, and he's still protecting the rim just like he ever has.
Substitutions on the floor.
Well, a team that came in last season, the Beasts of the East, an elite defensive team. They are outside of the top 10 as it stands currently. Meanwhile, Heartland Zombie Stars, second best defense in the league, 61.7 points per game, though it's still a far cry, 7 points behind the Originators, who are the #1 team. Just for some context, the difference between 2 to 10 is just about 4 points per game. Heartland Zombie Stars to Lone Star Basketball Club. That's 7-point difference there at the top, Lone Star, or Heartland to Originators. Good defense there on that side. Follows up some nice ball handling. A mid-range jumper, that will fall. And Heartland has pushed their lead up to 4 points here, just past the midway point. That's the Adrian Hilario. I beg your pardon, Jaden Solis on that bucket. Can't get that jumper to go, and we're flipping the opposite direction again. Here comes Barkley James, an aggressive start from him as well. Kicks it to Hardwick. Hardwick going at Kearney, or going at the Heartland, the Beast of these defense, rather, beg your pardon. Can't get that to go.
Great help deep there by DeMarco Graham. Stepped up on the drive, and then falls back, makes the play on the big, getting the rebound. Great play.
Not an easy move, as you mentioned, by Graham. Came over from Yacht Club a season ago. Here's Benari James up top. Trying to find some type of driving range. Gets inside, just inside the free throw line. The midi pull-up falls. Leads back to 4. Benari James trying to weasel his way into some efficient scoring. And if he does that, this Heartland offense and this Heartland ceiling becomes much more dangerous. Looking ahead. That one off the defender. That's going to be off of Heartland Zombie Stars. Tyree Moy has entered the game.
Substitutions on the floor for the Heartland.
There's something about Benari here. You know, he's the type of guy that you know he's going to get himself open for shots. His shot creation ability is unmatched here in SimWorld Hoops. So, you know he's going to get open shots. It's just a matter of him getting hot and getting him to go consistent.
Foul called here on Hilario. That's going to send to the line. I believe that's Losi Thomas headed to the line here for Beast of These. It is Thomas, the second leading scorer, a bench mob, if you will, for Beast of These between Losi Thomas and Tyree Moy. Thomas averaging just 17 minutes per game, but 11.4 points, a second on the team. 53% shooting from the floor, highly efficient. That is, it's going to be among their high usage players. That is actually going to be second behind only Leonidas Wright. He's got 59%, though. High usage might be a stretch for the man, averaging 4.5 points. That's what Heartland's known for, their defense. Good play there from Thomas. Graham pushing it in transition. Thomas will settle.
A lot of space there on that wing.
But they tried to free up the shooter, Zion Elias McKibben. Instead, they go inside to Moy. Moy, offensive board. No one there to help. Leaving Solace in the dust. No Solace there. Beast of the East back on top. 17-16 here late in the first quarter.
And Moy does give them a good offensive big man presence off the bench, so I do see a little strategy in that, but I think you do got to put the best guys out there in that starting lineup.
Kicks it out. Barkley James unable to get that to go. Here's Kyrie Brown, another member of that bench mob. 15.4 points, 7 points, 15.4 minutes. A very good bench unit here for Coach Assad Drake. Screen comes, trying to free Thomas. 3 seconds to shoot, driving to the rim. Can't get it to fall, bounces around. McGee on the board. No chance for a 2-for-1, so Benari James will settle things down here. 20 seconds to play. 13 now on the shot clock. McGee to screen. freed up around Graham, driving on and blocked by Graham. Rebound heads the opposite direction. 7 seconds to shoot. Inside to Thomas.
Wow.
Thomas gets it to go. And a quick transition bucket flips the floor for Beasts of the East. We'll get maybe a heave at half court. We will. Redmond was a year ago, or you can hop on the SimWorld team and hop behind a mic if you so please and join the SimWorld team. So, SimWorld Prep available over at discord.com/SimWorldHoops. Here's Losi Thomas getting in on the action and dives right past Benari James in the floater for 2. Thomas had a good first quarter, good close to it, along with Tyree Moy, and Beats these up by 5.
Lucy Thomas utilizing that floater game early and often here, attacking the middle of the lane, opening up the outside for the shooters. Blocked there by Tyree Moy. Good rebound.
Tyree Moy, that one almost on the deflection, falls in. Here's Levin Cutler, and the block is returning serve on the opposite end. Jaden Salas, his first game as a member of the Heartland Zombie Stars organization, and he is making an impact against a supersized lineup here, as Benari James can't get that one to go. JoJo Kearney on the defense.
He's got one hell of a throw going on, too, Marv.
Early contender for hairstyle of the year here in Similar Prep, though he does not box out there, and JoJo Kearney makes him pay, and the lead has ballooned to 7 for Beasts of the East. It might be too early to call this a must-win game for Beasts of the East, who enter at 4-3, yet they are still playing one of the better teams in the country and playing them well. Here's Benari James trying to attack again. Won't go with the good defense from Levin Cutler. He'll push in transition to Kearney. Kearney trying to get to the rack. He will over Barkley James, and just like that, it's a 9-point game. Heartland Zombie Stars are reeling and having a tough time defending against this defense that has Tyree Moy at the point guard position for Coach Drayton, defending on Benari James. So far, so good. He's missed both of his shots.
Yeah, big lineup in here for Beasts of the East. We saw most of that first quarter, they weren't really able to get any good looks against the Zombie Stars team. But ever since that last 2 minutes or so, that first quarter, these guys have been putting it on these dudes.
JoJo Kearney clocking in at 6'10", Tyree Moy 6'10", Levin Cutler 6'9". Here's Losi Thomas. He is getting into the paint seemingly at will. Can't get that floater to fall. Transition opportunity, deep jumper from Salas, no good. Kearney, again, back and forth hoops we've got. Kearney running the point for a split second.
Like I was saying earlier, March, it's great that Losi Thomas is getting into the lane, getting those good floaters, but he needs to look to kick to the outside. I know these guys haven't been the best shooting team this year, but they're definitely creating some open looks out there.
Salas unable to get it to go. Rebound by Cutler. The offense has evaporated, and if you're Heartland Zombie Stars, you'd want to say it's because your best offensive pieces aren't out there. However, Benari James is out there. He has missed 2 of his shots, and Losi Thomas going to work on him as best he can.
Yeah, I think the Zombie Stars need to get their guards more involved here. They've been going to Jaden Solis.
Supersized lineup for Beasts of the East, carrying them here in the second quarter. Their lead up to 9 with Tyree Moy at the point guard position and Losi Thomas at the 2. They hung a 0 on the Zombie Stars. They've also prevented the Zombie Stars from taking a single three-pointer. This is a team that takes the 10th most threes per game, 15.7. Just 0 attempts here midway through the second quarter.
And maybe they learned their lesson. They know they're not been hitting this so far this season, so maybe they're just switching strategy here.
It's an inefficient group is Heartland Zombie Stars. Tyree Moy, not inefficient, says Honcho Hardwick, may I have this dance?
Not only to defend in the guard position, but he's also running the guard position on the offensive end.
Now, there's been no shortage of calls for Tyree Moy to see an expanded use of his, or expanded minutes, and he is taking full advantage of the time on the floor right now. Rebound Kearney. Missed shot there from Benari James, 2 of 9 to kick things off for Benari James. Oh! Kearney, yes sir! Alley-oop, and the onslaught continues. 31-16, Zombie Stars. Shooting gallery is getting plenty of offense in this one. 31-16, Beasts of the East have been absolutely dynamic here in this second quarter. They've held the Zombie Stars scoreless Meanwhile, they've expanded their lead and a chance to do it again. Here's JoJo Kearney on the steal. Pushing in transition. Up to Isaiah James. He'll reset. Flips it to Kasim Porter Jr. Off-ball screen trying to free up. It's it inside to James. James' turnaround won't fall. And you want to talk family affairs, there's one happening right in front of us. Isaiah James, the brother of Benari and Barkley. Maybe not as attention or headline grabbing as the Hyman triplets, but a bucket there, and we finally have a score from Benari James and Zombie Stars here in the second. It's 31-18.
Finally, the Zombie Stars get a bucket there. Like you said, they hadn't scored the entire second quarter. Had maybe scored 2 points there last few minutes of the first quarter. They've been getting dominated by this Beast of the East squad here in the late first half.
Rare miss there from Tyree Moy. That's good defense from Honcho Hardwick. Comes down with the board after the deep three to close out the shot clock. The first time we've seen Tyree Moy not get what he wants, but Hardwick, that one is behind Solace. In transition, no good. Back to Moy and back to Kasim Porter Jr. He's going to drive, and it's going to be swatted out, but they're going to call a foul here on D'Adrian Hilario. And that will send the Beasts of the East and Kasim Porter Jr. to the free throw line.
I think the Zombie Stars right now, they are not getting any quality looks on the offensive end. It's because they're not running any of their offense. They're taking a lot of early looks that are contested, and that's not a good. It's obviously not paying off for them. So they need to maybe look for the second, third option on some of these plays and try to get some other people going.
Tyree Moy looking none too pleased to get subbed out here.
He's proven his versatility a lot already today. I'm interested to see how that continues.
Drayton has certainly faced plenty of question marks about his rotation patterns. Curious if Tyree Moy's frustrations there could be a sign of those boiling into the locker room. But attacking there is Benari James. Lead back to 13. The Zombie Stars trying to stay afloat here now that Moy and Levin Cutler have been sent to the bench. Honcho Hardwick, the block there inside. Though a rebound from Kearney. Stays alive, 10 to shoot. Inside it goes. That's a nice feed there from Kasim Porter Jr. to Isaiah James. And just like that, even a good defensive possession from the Heartland Zombie Stars, outdone by a better offensive possession there from Beasts of the East.
Hey, that's got to be demoralizing a little bit there for Honcho Hardwick. 2 blocks there to save the bucket. Good drive right there and the dunk from D'Adrian Hilario. But Hardwick on one end makes a good play defensively 2 times, and then careless defense for the backdoor layup.
Inside goes KPJ, Kasim Porter Jr., 2 more. And if there was ever a get-right game for the Beasts of the East, as they have had their fair share of backcourt struggles, it's this one. A nice steal here from Isaiah James, going up on his brother. He says, "My man." We'll talk about this at home. 2 points in the lead, 17.
He's guarded him 1 too many times to pull off that move on him.
We are just outside the holiday season, and immediately that family love is all gone. And here's another steal. Isaiah James in the opportunity on the other end. He's turned aside.
What a block!
Adrian Hilario rising up to shut that one away, but Isaiah James, his defense on full display. Hardwick on the offensive board, kicks it out. Corner 3, AJ Blaylock won't go. Rebound for Kearney. 13 seconds in the half. Kearney trying to push. That's over to Kasim Porter Jr. Screen up top. Dumps it inside to Isaiah James. Going on Blaylock. Little shimmy. A little shake. Up. Gets it to go. A great finish to the quarter here for Beasts of the East, and that lead up to 19. They allowed action here. Beasts of the East, an absolutely dominant second quarter, and they're on top 41-22, Sam. That was carried by the introduction of a, let's call it Super Saiyan type of lineup. Tyree Moy at the 1, Losi Thomas at the 2, Kyrie Brown at the 3, and that's what sparked an absolutely dominant run there from Beasts of the East.
Yeah, and I like to see it. I mean, you have a lot of talented big guys on this roster. You got to figure out a way to utilize everyone to their fullest potential. And experimenting with lineups like that is a great way to do it. And sometimes, like we've seen today, maybe you see something from a player that you haven't seen before.
Bad start here from the Zombie Stars. They missed their first attempt, and that'll give Beast of the East a chance down, second time down to add to this. Here's Leonidas Wright. He had a nice start to that first quarter. Didn't really get much playing time the rest of the first half, but you reach, I think. Leonidas Wright rising up for two.
Oh, Leonidas Wright, he's too quick, he's too athletic. You can't reach on him. He's gonna blow right by you and go vertical.
Good defense again, the staple of this organization. To the rack, can't get that one to go. The put back off the rim and out. That'll be pushed here opposite direction. It goes Barkley James, picked up by Kasim Porter Jr. He's going to the rack. He won't get that, but an offensive board of his own and a tight finish there. A lot of contact from Kasim Porter Jr. and 43-24 finish there from Barkley James. Here's Wright. Sam, what does Zombie Stars have to do here to try to crack their way back into this game?
Well, I've been preaching it this whole time. I think that they have to run. Oh my, Levin Cutler with the post fader there. They got to run a few more actions offensively. They're taking a lot of early shots, and they can barely get the ball past half court on Isaiah James. He's gonna lay that one in. I mean, he's been giving them help defensively. They've been barely able to get the ball past half court. I don't. If they can't do that, I don't know what they're gonna be able to do.
They've been giving him heck because this is a family show.
Oh, sorry, guys, sorry.
Kick out here to A.J. Blaylock for three. That's off the front rim, no good to go. Isaiah James, though, 3 steals already in this one. At least that I can count on my fingers. I'm not a great counter. That's why I talk, and even that sometimes isn't all that great. Pumped inside here to Levin Cutler. He's trying to work on, who is that? Honcho Hardwick? No, I beg your pardon, that's not, but he doesn't want to be on the receiving end any of it. Jaquan Johnson, no good to slow down Levin Cutler on the spin. At nearing the half-century mark, our Beasts of the East as they try to double up. And again, another steal here from Isaiah James. Pushing it on his older brother, I suppose, Benari. Kicks it to Kasim Porter Jr. Jr. to the rack, won't fall. Good defense there from Benari.
Hey, it's obvious Isaiah James has put his time in guarding Benari in the past, and he is really giving it to him there at the top of the key. Every time he crosses half court, pilfering him, taking it the other way. Benari not having a good game right now against Isaiah.
I have to ask a question here, and I think with a 25-point game, this is the region of which we tend to, as 11 Beasts of the East, have done everything right, and the Heartland Zombie Stars have done everything wrong thus far. They have had a complete offensive turnaround, have the Beasts, and Zombie Stars offense has gone ice cold against one of the better defenses in the league, though Heartland Zombie Stars came in with one of those top defenses themselves. That has not been the case for the number 2 defense in the league, as a wide open rim run for Levin Cutler, and the onslaught continues.
I mean, there's just been awful basketball from Heartland. They go down to one end, they play iso ball, they're not getting anybody off ball screens, and then they don't get back defensively, and this Beast of the East team is just running the fast break on them.
Good block inside. Who was that? Was that Losi? No, that was it Losi Thomas? Let's get our numbers right. That was Kyrie Brown, beg your pardon. Good defense on that one. Looked like to be a wide open bucket for the Heartland Zombie Stars. No such luck. 3-pointer from Hilario won't fall. Rebound for Graham. And Sam, I'll ask this question. I don't know that this has been answered. Perhaps it has been, as the two-handed dunk from Levin Cutler. All right, we've got Isaiah James, we got Benari James, we got Barkley James. All 3 of them are 17 years old. Are we looking at triplets here? Do we know the answer to that?
Hey, I have no idea. Something. Hey, don't ask me.
I'm not making any assumptions of mom and dad. I'm not doing that. I'm just asking a very biological question.
Hey, the way
Takes
Isaiah's
9 months
playing
to
tonight,
make a child. That's all.
The way Isaiah's playing tonight, there's something in sync going on right now.
He seems a little big brother to whoever their family dynamic is there. To the rack, Levin Cutler, if he didn't get a piece of it, he disrupted it. And he gets the board there. A.J. Blaylock unable to get it to go. Driving in, bodying up Honcho Hardwick. No issues.
Hey, Levin Cutler's really gotten it going here tonight, and the secret has been the fast break points. He's ran the floor really well. He's the first guy down the floor every time they get a rebound, and he's finishing off the buckets.
One name we haven't heard much of at all, except one time when Levin Cutler put him in the spin cycle for 2 points, was Jaquan Johnson. That was a guy who's rising up for a soft two-handed slam as Bernard James. Johnson was a guy many expected to come in here and be a nice third piece or potentially even the second piece for Coach Brian Lovelace. That has not been the case today. He's been an absolute no-show, not on the floor currently. So that's Honcho Hardwick III playing the big man position.
Yeah, they've really had no resistance to Beast the East inside. That right there, I think, might be their first made three-pointer of the ball game coming here in the third quarter. And they've just been punching it in the inside on this Zombie Stars team.
Here's Hilario. I want to say that might be the second. Kyrie Brown was the one that buried that three, but it has not been a three-point onslaught from Beast, to your point. Going into the paint repeatedly, and they do again here. Losi Thomas. They've yet to see a player that can stay in front of him, but Ari James has been the primary suspect of those defensive breakdowns for Heartland Zombie Stars, and the Beasts, 62-28, putting up one of the most lopsided games here, though finally some offensive, I wouldn't call it firepower, but something there, and Beasts of the East, under a minute to play, 62-30. Absolute blowout in the making here.
Yeah, Benari's trying to show off a little bit here. He's getting some nice buckets, some highlights out here late, but again, it's a 32-point game, so it doesn't mean a whole lot.
There's Jaquan Johnson finally getting some points to go. Getting it inside. Cuts the lead down to just 30. I had to do that, though, against Leonidas Wright, so just a touch of a size mismatch. And here's Levin Cutler going right back at him. Can't get it to go. Ball tips around. 13 seconds to shoot. Pushing it the opposite direction is Hilario. He's going up against the defender Kyrie Brown. He gets that to go. And with 6 seconds here to play in the third, it'll be a 28-point game unless Losi Thomas has something to say about it. Pull up, three, at the buzzer, halfway down. Sim World Prep triple header up next. Sim World Middle East and Lone Star Basketball Club from Texas. That'll tip off shortly after the conclusion of this one. And then the North and Bay Area Breakers round out this big night of Wednesday night Sim World Hoops here on Sim World TV, the exclusive home of Sim World Prep action. Here's Kasim Porter Jr. trying to do it. Swings it over to Tyree Moy. He'll draw the foul on Hunterson. First action we're seeing here of Hunterson. And Tyree Moy, who we did not see at all there in the third quarter after a really dynamic second, checks back in here to begin the fourth. He was on the sideline at the scorer's table trying to check in that third quarter. However, he doesn't get on the floor. Again, he exited the game with a little bit of apparent frustration there from Tyree Moy last time he was on the floor.
Hey, I think right now, late in the game, up by, a billion points, you let Tyree Moy get in the game and you let him cook. You let him prove what he can do. He's shown a little utility in a playmaking position today. So, let him get out there and experiment a little bit and work on his game a little bit.
Bringing it up the floor here. Heartland Zombie Stars really just trying to avoid not being the lowest scoring team of the season. There's Hunterson there with the ball. Swings over to Barkley James. Guarded by Kasim Porter. Snatched away by Kasim Porter Jr. Oh. And Kasim Porter Jr. is going to give the ball right back. Steps on the sideline. And he's just trying to cross it back over towards the middle.
And Heartland, every time they put the ball on the floor, I swear, Beast of the East is taking it from them. They need to just move the ball with passes. You guys ever done that drill? Where you don't pass and you don't dribble in practice. Everything's a pass. I think they need to implement that there at the Zombie Stars practice. There's a lot of pounding the ball going on right now.
Hunterson taking advantage of his time on the floor. He'll hit the mid-range. Hunterson averages just 2.2 points per game. Doesn't get a ton of minutes. 6.2 per game. And his spot in the rotation has been kind of trimmed down here tonight. That one is going to be handled initially by Solis, but good play there from Tyree Moy, preventing him from ever getting a real handle on it. That heads out of bounds off of Solis, so ball remains here for Beasts of the East. 14 seconds to shoot. No reset of the shot clock.
Well, that's something I've seen from Tyree Moy that I've loved so far, is that even after he puts up the shot, he doesn't give up on it. He follows his shot, tries to get the rebound, and has made the most of it most of the time.
Deep three, halfway down, and eventually falls. They needed that one from Zion Elias McKibben to beat the shot clock. Hardly needed it to take much of a difference in this game, but they get the 3 points nonetheless. 2 away, of course, from the unofficial magic number.
Zion Elias McKibben could be a useful three-point threat for this Beast of the East squad. Maybe they think about getting him into the lineup a little more and getting him some playing time.
Hayden Solis flashing some jumper style here. That one late shot clock. Solis entering the, listed on the roster as a center, but showcasing a little bit of flavor there with the ball up top. Now he's got the tough task of guarding Tyree Moy. Double team comes. Moy just physically overwhelms him, bumps him off. 2 more from Tyree, and this one, although there's no surprise, is all but decided. But now, of course, following the wise words of one Siege, 69, that's the magic number. First to 69 wins.
I don't know.
Indeed, Beast of the East
think
seems on their way
Zombie
for
Stars
it.
has a shot. Zombie Stars got a shot.
Well, Hunterson can't get that one to go. Does do a nice job of freeing up some room on the shimmy. And here's Tyree Moy again. Can't get that to go. Good defense from Hunterson. Hunterson trying to prove his value here for Heartland and Coach Lovelace. Oh, he's trying to drive on Moy. We're seeing just blood in the water for Ghazi Hunterson. At least that's what he's seeing. Some red-eye attacks. Hasn't been super efficient. That's a big 3, though.
Hey,
Three's falling.
there it is again, Elias McKibben. I mean, that's his 6th made three-pointer of the year, shooting well over 50% now on the season, and only getting 7 minutes a game. But if he can knock down shots at a good clip, I see no reason as why he shouldn't be getting some more time.
Now, this is a great opportunity here for Beasts of the East. We talk about how deep this roster is, as a 3 from Barkley James does go, 72-43, and that'll tie Heartland with the least points scored in a game with similar Latin America. So they don't score again for 4 minutes. At least they won't be alone on the bottom. I expect some more buckets. But yes, Zion Elias McKibben, high value or high percentage shooter right now, but on low volume. As Ghazi Hunterson can't get that to fall. Offensive board though, Robert McGee. Hunterson says, I am shooting while I have an opportunity. Kick out 3 won't go. Finally the rebound from DeMarco Graham.
Well, Tyree Moy's won that ball.
On the wrong side of the midline, however. Here's Kasim Porter Jr. wants a 3, won't go. Ball tipped around, stays in. Rebound to Hilario. He's going to kick it over to McGee in the corner. Dumped inside there. That's going to be up and in. Barkley James gets it to go 72-45. A game that's been decided really since the midway point of this one, Sam.
Oh yeah, definitely. This one's been over for a while, and these Greensboro, North Carolina James boys, they got after it today. Isaiah James got the best of them here tonight, and was really giving them some trouble.
There's Kasim Porter Jr. turned aside there from Robert Mack. Of course, Benari, Barkley, and Isaiah preparing for the next steps of their basketball careers, rather. All of them have received ample interest from across the basketball dimensions. .35 to play. Beasts of the East wrapping up what will be their 5th win of the season. As we look ahead, Sam, we got 2 more games on the docket for tonight. Let's start with Lone Star Middle East. You got a team you like in that one?
Oh, I'm gonna take Lone Star in that one.
I'm not surprised to hear that. It's certainly a team that Middle East has struggled since they entered SimWorld.
Hey, but I love watching basketball at SimWorld Middle East venue. I mean, how can you not?
Yes.
It looks incredible in there. They got the torches on the walls. It's vibrant. I mean, come on. They got a lot going on there in the Middle East. It's a great place to watch basketball. Maybe not the greatest place for the actual playing of basketball.
And a great place to watch it in Texas, too. A phenomenal arena down there in Highland Parks at Championship Stadium. And then, of course, the Hyman Classic, Bay Area and the North, the team that you like in that one?
Bay Area and the North. I still like the Breakers in that one.
I don't disagree on either front for you. I concur with both of them. Ball swings around, finds its way to Hunterson. He's taken a shot just about every time he's touched it. This time, though, decides to move it.
We're seeing some ball movement here, at least for the first time in this game.
Three-pointer from Hilario won't go. Robert McGee, the board. He kicks it right back out to Hunterson. He wants a three. Won't go. Ball tipped up. A second offensive board. A second three-pointer. And this one will finally go. Barkley James gets it to go.
And where's Robert McGee been all game?
McGee, 2 offensive boards on that one. And that takes, with 50 points, it takes the Harlan Zombie Stars officially out of the bottom 5 fewest points scored in a game, surpassing the 49 scored by H-Town and Run DMV. And of course, Beast of East on that list unceremoniously, 48 points in the opener, their loss to the Originators. Bucket there from Jaden Solis as we're getting a little bit of a showcase of what he can do, a little bit of a jumper action.
Yeah, like what I've seen from him today is 6'7", 230 out there, and he's shown that he has some real ball skills.
3 for Zion Kibis, Kibis will go. It's been good here, 2 3-pointers in the quarter. Leonard Cutler on the floor there. Surprise, no call by the officials. But that'll wrap this one up. 72-52. Beasts of the East, they hand Harlan Zombie Stars their second